Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Okay, you can tell I'm not all quite here when I do that one. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, good afternoon, good morning. All right, so yeah, I did some videos. Record Master is working again. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna try this. I'm not gonna. You can give me some feedback if you want. All of you who regularly chime in and say yes or no, let me know. October 8th, we interrupt this program by A.T. Hagan, section titled Negotiations, Part 2. There were no vehicles at the roadblock on SR 24 entering Gainesville at Parker Road, so John pulled up to the barricade and stopped. When we brought Mel in, this was at the interstate overpass. His father nodded and watched the three troopers at the checkpoint, none of which had yet moved to approach the truck. It's nearly 5 miles further to get to the overpass from here. If they've got this wide a perimeter around Gainesville, manned 24 hours a day, that's got to be using a lot of troops. Sure seems like they'd be better used elsewhere. John shrugged and replied, "Yep, seems that way to me too. Looks like they've finally noticed that we're here, and one of them is deigning to come speak with us. Maybe I was supposed to get out and go to them." A trooper in worn, dirty BDUs walked up to the driver's side and said, "You got business in Gainesville?" The driver nodded his head and said, "Yes, I do. I'm John Horn. I have a meeting to attend this morning at the sheriff's office." The trooper looked him up and down, then asked, "Who are these other two with you? They go into this meeting too?" "This is my father, Robert Horn. The young man here is Jacob Daniels. When I'm finished with my meeting, we're going to the NRC salvage yard, which is why we're in this truck." Something about the soldier's manner and tone was beginning to stick in John's craw. "Now you know my business. How about my pass so I can get on about it?" "Well, there's a matter of the fee, Mr. Horn." "Fee? What fee? There isn't any fee to get a pass into town." The trooper gave a slight grin and then said, "Well, it's like this. There's this fee we charge for processing paperwork, like so folks can go on into town and not have to wait around all day in the weather. I'm sure you understand how it is." The driver nodded his head knowingly. "Why, yes, I do know how it is. How much is it?" "Just $10, payable in cash or in kind." The trooper stuck out his hand. John pulled out a $10 bill and laid it in his hand. The soldier filled out the pass form and took it over to the corporal in charge to sign. He brought it back to the truck and John examined it closely. "Looks like everything is in order, I suppose. All duly signed off on by a Corporal Myers, isn't it?" "Yes, that's what it looks like." "And you are Private Tanner. Very good." The other trooper lifted the pike so they could pass. John reached up, put the truck in gear, and when he brought his left arm down, he pulled that side of his jacket clear so that his star could be clearly seen. "When I see Major McCall today at the meeting, I'll be sure to tell him what a good job you all are doing, especially your diligent efforts at increasing revenues for the command. Take care." The truck pulled through and went on down the road, leaving the private standing at the pike staff, sweating in the cool, late morning air. Okay, how do I turn it off? I don't remember.